Did my YouTube channel get hacked? Well, yes, it did to some degree. And this video is going to talk about the ins and the outs of how that happened. And more importantly, it's going to discuss how not only did it affect me, but how it could have a very negative effect on you also. So that's what's coming up in the video. Okay, well, this video is 1000% inspired by a subscriber, God bless you, who has gone out of his way to try to help me. And his conduit was Bud Brown. Bud Brown and I are friends, as you may or may not know, and he has a YouTube channel also. Anyway, old Bud's on a trip down to see his brother, and we're staying in touch, see how that's going. And he said, by the way, I've got this message from a guy named Ray. I'm going to forward it to you. I think it's important, and it was. So I'm going to read to you how my channel has been compromised, and more importantly, how it might compromise you guys. So here comes the message that I got. Hey, Bud, I'm pretty sure you can reach out to Paul. He, being me, responded to a comment I left at his channel with a WhatsApp number for me to chat with him. Whoever is at the other end of that WhatsApp number is trying to sell financial planning and investment advice. Doesn't seem to be something that is in line with his videos, and his English has suddenly become a bad second language. I'm sending this to you because I don't see any contact information for him on his channel, and hoping you can give him a heads up. Salamat po, Ray. Thank you very much, Ray, for that. And thank you very much, Bud. So let me just emphasize that never ever will I ever contact you and ask you to go to someplace else to talk to me. Some people have asked for my contact information, and I will give them my email address if they have a specific problem or question or inquiry, and I'll be happy to chat with them there. And I also chat with people on Facebook Messenger. Those are the only two places that I use. I don't have Instagram, I don't have TikTok, I don't have WhatsApp, I don't have FaceTime. Hell, I get confused just between the email and the Facebook. In fact, I make notes. I'm going to meet Bob. I met him on Gmail. I'm going to meet Tom. I met him on Facebook Messenger, so I know where to look for the message again. Anyway, that being said, there are people out there that will clone my name, and I'm not the only one. It's everybody, from the biggest channel you watch to the smallest channel you watch. It's happened to all of us. They will take our name or the name of our channel and they will clone it. And most of the time, it's a troll-like person. You know, those guys that are one taco short of a combo plate. Though they like to take those names and make lascivious or nefarious type of comments on other people's channel and degrade them or be nasty to them. And guess what? It looks like I'm the one that's sending the message. I know it happened to Mark Thornton a lot. I know it's happened to, I don't know, everybody. We've talked about it, that people have cloned our names and they're using them, and it's something that you can't control because they just change the name a tiny bit. They might put a dot or a period at the end of my name, and it's undiscernible to the naked eye, and it looks like I just made that comment. So that's why I don't keep contact information, and that's why Ray did not get a hold of me. Now, if someone in the comment section specifically asks, how do I contact you? Most likely I will send them my email address so they can email me something. The primary reason I no longer put my email address in the description box is that myself and other people that have channels, we tend to get inundated with opportunities, I suppose, offers to promote products. Anything from dating sites, VPNs, travel insurance, footwear, you name it. They'll say, hey, why don't we collaborate? We'll give you a set fee or what do you call it? A commission if you do a 30-second bit, or we'll pay you this much if you do a dedicated video about our product. To give you an example, these folks sent me these translator earbuds, and they said, hey, why don't you try these out? And if you like them, you can promote them on your channel, and we'll pay you, I think, $300 or something. I can't remember if it's a dedicated video or not, or a 30-second commercial. Doesn't matter. I tried them. I didn't like them. And so why would I promote them? And I also asked around, and I found out you don't have to buy these things. You can just use Google Translate for free, or many other apps. Now with AI out there, I got this app called Gonk, G-O-N-K, and me and my wife use it. I just say something and it'll translate right into her language. If it's something sophisticated I'm trying to get across, and vice versa, it makes our life simple here at the McGill compound. And then there is the nefarious ones that will send you the links to fake companies pretending to be real companies. I'll never forget back in the day when I lived at Big Rock next door to my friend Mark Thornton, God rest his soul. Mark was having a great month. Came over and we were high-fiving because he had hit all these knockout videos, made this big fat paycheck. He was happy as a pig and shit, and I was happy for him. And then he got a message from one of these kind of companies, but it wasn't a real company. And they said, hey man, we'll give you $1,000 for doing a commercial. And Mark was like, wow, I guess I am, I'm going to make hay while the sun shines. My channel's taken off. And these guys were offering it. Apparently they're recognizing how the channel's doing. Why wouldn't I take $1,000? Why wouldn't I? And it was for like Coca-Cola or Ford Motor. It was some big name they were using. And guess what they did? They said, okay, well, we'll send you the $1,000. All we need you to do is sign an agreement. And the agreement is on WhatsApp. So click here and get the WhatsApp app on your phone. So Mark did, or his computer, and did that. And they said, okay, now that you got that, click here, put in this information, copy and paste something about his channel. I don't remember the details. And the minute he did it, and they were promising that as soon as he did, they would, zap in $1,000 to him. And the minute he did that last click, poof, his channel just freaking disappeared. They hijacked his channel. Oh, what a devastating time for that man. God love him. And he came over to me the next day after just showing me how great things were going. And you would think that someone had just run over his dog. And I said, what's going on? He told me. I said, oh, geez. So I said, come on over to my apartment. And him and I immediately did a live stream to let his subscribers know what was going on. Because back then, his subscribers were mine and mine were his. We were kind of like 3.5, 4 years ago. That was the dynamic. Anyway, so we did our best together to try to let people know that this had happened to him. And then he was able via Twitter, because Google's useless as far as trying to get a hold of him with a problem. Via Twitter, he was able to announce his problem under the YouTube thing on Twitter. Now it's X, I guess. But he eventually got his channel back like a week later. But it was decimated. Everyone that was on his, I forgot to mention this, everyone that was on his channel that was a subscriber or had a valid email was receiving the same kind of message that I was just talking about. They wanted them to buy Bitcoin or some sort of crypto crap, and it was all felonious, and it looked like it was from Mark. It looked like it was from him. And because they owned his freaking channel. So me, I never open any apps anymore. I don't click on any links ever since that. For the last 3.5, 4 years, however long it's been since that happened, never once have I opened up an attachment. People send me stuff all the time on Messenger and click on this to see this video. It's like, no, thank you. And I just move on. So, unfortunately, I talked to Mark, I don't know, a year after that incident. We stayed in touch. And I said, how's it going? How's your channel doing? And he said, it's never been the same since they took it down. And then as his channel started to pick up steam again, it was great to see he was getting a second wind. He was starting to get a bunch of views, finding some much needed and deserved success again on his channel. And then we all know what happened out of the blue. Our friend Mark Thornton passed away. So once again, I guess I'll take this opportunity to simply say, we miss you, we love you, Mark. May you rest in peace. And it's good to see that Jen and little Rogan are doing well for themselves. But I'm sure they miss you deeply also. Okay, so that's the name of that tune, kids. If you see anything from me or from anybody else that's asking you to download something or buy something or invest in something, please understand that it's just spam, it's just trolls, and it's just nonsense. Okay, guys, thanks for hanging in there with me today. I wanted to make sure I got this message out, and I will see you next time.